let me stay with the question issue. Na me menchira wase adekudienti ekufuado oya bonsama sa MPP for you don't have to follow them. Now, the appeals court ejina so eka say they have in fact lifted the stay of execution here the idea and that high court judgment it stands and say appeals court say question a file a appeal on that judgment on 28th of July 2021 and no mujina so eka say a question cover now or to fight this case Now when you go into the document, Question actually filed this appeal of notice notice of appeal on the 2nd of August 2021. So even the appeals court their judgment what it was based on was wrong. But they did it so quickly, they frustrated and pushed them out because they needed this state of the nation to be read tomorrow. It no matter what, they will do all the illegalities to pass e-levy. Court in 28th July, notice of appeal, and then Ojina so I left it, sir, what we call a stay of execution, so that Question cannot go to Parliament to vote. Question so on document in court, he actually filed the notice of appeal on the 2nd of July 2021. Into a whole appeals court, to me said a boom rassle to make sure that this Lilliput, this dying toy, comes out and read the State of the Nation and put so much hardship on people. So I Jimmy for them to social media, I can say blame NPP, blame NDC. Mona make sure mon answer some Jimmy. This is the time you have to use the opportunity for people to trust you more. Your credibility is gone. Most our boys and girls on social media now. More I can say, let's blame NDC. You don't have any credibility again. And these are some of the things you take advantage of to regain your credibility. You people have nothing left. You are just left with small credibility you need to protect. But because of your lifestyle, because of the lies, because you're making people think, say, you are there, but you are not there. No, anything about bra, every day, politicians are feeding people like dogs. So they'll give you a peanut. Go and pay your rent. Go and service your car. So go there and fool yourself. You don't do that. But you think doing this is going to bring your credibility back? It's going to make Ghanaians trust you? No. It is going to make the hatred more, and at the end of the day, you might even lose your life because people are angry in the system. People are pissed off. You cannot be part of criminals to bend the rule to favor a dying old pig. You don't do that. Yeah, yes, sir. So even appeals court, so Edibu has a question to me because Parliament vote. It is wrong. Question never filed notice of appeal on the 28th of July. Question actually did it on the 2nd of August 2021. Why are we here? Why are we fooling ourselves like this? Now let's come back home to Parliament. What happened in Parliament today? Mokai said before, say, this is what the MPP is going to do. This is what the Kufuor is going to do. You can never blame backbone. You can never blame the minority. The best thing the minority can do is to walk out of Parliament. Now, the reason why I think minority did the right thing and say, if the minority had not walked out, or NPP fools, including those boys and girls on social media, will come and sit there and say the NDC were in the room and they were part of the process. That is one. Two, if the NDC had stayed in that chamber and allowed Question to enter, because if they had stayed in that chamber with 136, automatically they don't have the numbers. Now, if they had said we want to stay and the Questions to be part of us, on the kind of Question, they will arrest him. And the moment they arrest him in contempt of court, what is going to happen is, if even there's going to be a by-election in the future, he cannot run for by-elections. So the NDC had to be quick to walk away from this nonsense. Now, when the NDC walked out, Obibeka said, I don't know walking out because the speaker is going to throw in the question. The speaker is going to pose the question. Why are you walking out? In Parliament, Yetiana, the same people went to the Supreme Court. Mona Moka said the Supreme Court is the best place to interpret our constitution. Yet, we got so many people on social media in more way than can be. The Supreme Court, they are the only people who can interpret the constitution. Were we all not in this country when they told us, if you want the interpretation of the Constitution, it is not Parliament that is independent to do its own interpretation, and that we have to go to Supreme Court to go get better interpretation. You call Supreme Court, there the Supreme Court can't. The Supreme Court told Ghanaians to say, you can only form a quorum when you have 138 people in the chamber. You can only form a quorum. And I say, yakase quorum ube to me apase emra abra o nipa 138. Anything short of that, it is illegal. You cannot say you can pass a law in Parliament. And that is the basic explanation of what the Supreme Court that interpreted the Constitution, the holy book of the land, and nobody can go against the word of the Supreme Court. We were here when Oseche Mensa Bonsu, Ejira Parliament, Eka said, Joe Wise can be a speaker and also vote at the same time, because the Supreme Court, they interpreted the Constitution saying that you need a quorum. When they say quorum, we hear nipakuobi, sa nipakuo ni se bisote. I will say more and to me less than 138. And so we to pass him around Parliament. Now let's ask a simple question. Say Jimmy Fona, multi social media, Makoji Kakredi say, you blame NDC no. Let me explain to you, Jimmy 4. Now, today in Parliament, how many people, how many MPs did the NPP have? The minority have? No more MPs saying. Did they have 138? NDC4, how many MPs did they have in Parliament? Did they have 138? So the question is simple. Why will any young man, young woman, somebody who says I am intelligent, go out and blame the minority? When we counted the people in Parliament, obviously we all know Adwa Safo never came to Parliament. Adwa Safo wasn't in Parliament. It's a fact. The dying Ahanta MP na yirini Jimmy na odini kuna owu. Bema or Johnson, without due respect, Ukunu or non point to me into bathroom. Ukunu on to me ponsorin ko Johnson or ba waware Bema, our dawa kumasono, Udi Jimmy Akamukunato, a yet ambulance. Now just a chim for no Ukwasiana, Unkwasia dia, or just homogeneous Juana. A chill banu Jimmy 4. Sa emba webbing to me more mukru poison kuomo. Because all the Ukunu, now in the process of way Jumano, wapa, when you stroke. Bema no point to me 19 ko bathroom enko jana 9 na watam na to ambulance say ko na achemfo nkwasiafo bi pese omode e11 beto ye so ko ne kofo aso na wo oba no wo ye Jimmy 4 na sa wo oba no wo ye Jimmy ni unimi nyansa enko, because this was supposed to be the best excuse for you to tell the world e catch enko for say hey me ankasa krampo no 11 e ba me busuafo ho be kire mo me kru is not in a good position. I will not support this. Nobody should take my husband out, but oba we Jimmy no we Jimmy Sunday kwa kujina sorry dem abom paya manyankopon say onyame tie mi sufre obeja ne nan egu onum, because unimi nyansa, you don't have basic intelligence knowledge, you don't have it. I didn't see Parliament in there. NPP for normally 138 members in Parliament today. They didn't have it. NDC did not have 138. They even didn't have 137. Now, because NDC in Parliament did not want to be associated with this, because from day one, they have been consistent. If there's one thing at NDC for a year, since the beginning of NDC, they have been very truthful when it comes to e-levy. Say, NDC for we have to believe them. Believe Haruna Idrisu. Believe Muntaka. Believe Speaker. They have been very truthful when it comes to e-levy. They made Ghanaians understand, say, they don't support it. 0%. And consistently, they have been consistent in their statement. There's never been a day Obietumaka say, Yakoma NDC Nibisi kama wako make statement to be crowd radio so say they are thinking about it. None. So Ghanaians were in full support of the minority, and people like us who are intelligent and not foolish, not going to take 20 Ghana, 1,000 Ghana to go and spread falsehood. You know, we knew the NDC had Ghana at heart. Not Ghana for problem at the NDC for Akumaso, our parliament. Their leader, John Dramani Mahama, came out to say the leadership of the party from the top to the down, they don't support e-levy. 0.00 crowd, they will not support it. And they kept faith with that. They stood with that decision.